Hi everybody, Yeehaw here, and we're going to go through getting set up with NestrisChamps. So obviously the first step is to go to NestrisChamps.io. From here, you'll need to log in and attach your Twitch account. I have already done this, but this button will be in the upper right-hand corner. Once you've done that, you'll go capture my gameplay into my private room, and that brings you to here. You may have some pop-ups for your operating system pop up at this point. Allow them. First thing you do is you click this to generate a drop-down, and you pick your capture card. I'm using an AV to USB. Unfortunately, none of my drop-downs will show up during this. This pops up my Tetris Gym instance. I'm going to show you right there. I'm going to select Classic ROM. And then from here, I'm going to start a level 0 game and fill out the left and right sides as quickly as I can, which unfortunately isn't as fast as I would like. And then once we filled this up, we're going to be looking for a long bar to pop up because we need a long bar for piece calibration. And there we go. We got one right there. Pause it real quick. And then we click the center of the black. And now we are into fine-tuning. Before we fine-tune, real quick up in the left-hand corner, if you click Show Parts, all the stuff on the bottom disappears. Just click it again. If it turns off on you, just go up there and click it. If you are using an EasyCap like I am, you need to select 30 frames per second in the capture rate drop-down. So we'll switch to that right now, and it did shift things just slightly. So now to move on to these calibrations right here. We can see the game thinks we have somewhere between 9,099, 470, and 170. We need to move down right here. Now it's reading correctly. We're paying attention to this bit right here. There is a line right there, but the 6 is correct. There's no black line here. There's no black line here. There's no black line here. That's what we're looking for in all of these calibrations. So move down a level, we'll drop down. It still thinks it's 9, but that's because it's shifted to the right for some reason. We'll click up twice. And unfortunately, we've run into a situation where it decided that we are incorrect. I'm going to expand width and move left and right. Sometimes this happens. Usually when you start a new game, it will correct itself. Bring this down 1, and suddenly we're at the correct number of lines. Sometimes those lines will cause an issue. All right, we'll move on to the preview. The reason we wanted an eye is because we need the eye to calibrate the width on this. Now, we don't have a black line over here, so we need to expand our width by 1. And then I already know that everything is shifted up by 1 at this point, so I'm just going to drop that. We're going to go back to the game, get it to spawn that eye. A T is a good piece because now we need to check the top and bottom. We have no gaps right there. Our preview is calibrated. Now our colors. Bring those down by 1 because everything in my capture is off by 1. These look good. We have no black gaps around the colors right here. Don't worry about these numbers flipping around. That's just an issue of capture. It won't cause any problems. Now we'll move on to these numbers. So it looks like we're off to the left by 1. So we'll move that to the right. It changed the numbers, obviously, but it moved all of them. And then as soon as we start dropping these down by 1, they'll snap into place. The auto calibrator is pretty good about getting you very close. You usually don't have to move things more than 3 or 4 pixels. Now, onto the field. This is what we have right here. We have no issues on the left side, but we do have a cutoff on the right. So we're going to expand the width by likely 1. Looks like 2 is going to be the correct number here. And then we actually do need to move the field up by 1 by pressing down on the Y because it wasn't correct right here. Actually, no, that is the closest we're going to get. All right, that's calibration. And In the next video, I'll go over what's going on with the privacy setting over here and show you how to set things up in OBS or Streamlabs. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments, or if you know how to get a hold of me, you're welcome to.